Hello everyone, welcome back to more A Realm Reborn through Shadowbringer's story recap with me, Firemac. Of course, this is a stream, obviously, but you couldn't tell. But we're continuing where we left off. And that is defeating Gerudo and Reclamation. My sounds are acting up a little bit, so voicing might be a little off. So I can clear this up. Havano is ready to return to the Waking Sands. It is past time to return to the Waking Sands. To leave our headquarters in disrepair any longer would be dishonor to the memory of those who fell there. We have been brought to our knees, but we will rest, rebuild, and rise once more. Oh. I might need to use some pills right now because I think I caused myself a headache. Tell me, Park, does aught here strike you as odd? I see signs of recent habitation. Could it be that we have trespassers? They happen, it's just my imagination. Come, let us proceed into the solar. I know I'm out of frame right now. Wait, don't go in there, for I am Sid. I am the man with the plan. Oh, it's Ida. Who goes there? Now, Ida, is that any way to greet a friend? Alphino! Firemac! Sid? Wait, is this a dream? Not that I'm aware of. It's been a while, Ida. Oh. I don't believe it. I was sure you'd been... This place has seen better days. You know, I wasn't actually here when I was still in talks at the Adder's Nest. Was she? I could have sworn I saw her in the cutscene. That might have just been Papa Limo I saw. The first I saw about it was when I came back and I saw Ida. Church had taken care of the bodies. But that list still left the States. It was hard to know where to start. If you still had been here to help me. Still is here too? Yes, but she's not here right now. She's gone to Olda to meet a man who might know what happened to the others. Papa Limo and Ophelia weren't among the dead, according to the search. To the church. Yustola thinks they were taken somewhere. Indeed, we saw them get taken. Upon the orders of the Black Wolf, no doubt. Why would he want them? Because they possess something he desires, knowledge of another power that can be brought to bear against the primals, one that Gaius has yet to harness. the Echo. These guys will be aware of its existence as well as the immunity it grants the gifted to the Primal's influence. Powerful though his elegant weapon may be, he would doubtless desire such protection. He means to use Minfilia to gain an understanding of the Echo, none of which explains how the Empire came to know the location of the Awakened Sands in the first place. No matter... I am recording, right? Yes, I am recording. The Empire has shown its hand, and now we must act. It is up to us to rebuild the Scions and save Eorzea. Can I count on you, Ida? What? Oh, yes! Yes, of course! Whatever you need. We can discuss our next move upon Ystola's return. For now, I say we rest. Man, there is room for somebody else to sit there. Oh, it's
Here.
Oh. Oh.
Feel.
Oh.
Think.
Oh. Is it flashback power activate time? No? It's here full think time. Power activate. Oh gosh. Man, I've got to apologize, guys. I'm just all full of bodily fluids right now.
Bringer of light. Brave gatherer of the crystals, thy soul burneth bright. I am Hydaelyn, all made one. Hearken unto me now, for the darkness doth begin to spread. Wear thee the bearer of the crimson brand, for he is the avatar of shadow, whom death attendeth always. The crystals shall be thy salvation, thy blade and shield both.
Yeah, because I'm a paladin.
Steel thyself, for at the appointed hour thou shalt stare into the heart of darkness. Go with caution, my child, but fear not, for I am ever with thee.
Y'stola! Firemac, and I see you and Alphino are safe. And Sid. That we five should meet each other, thus defies simple explanation. It is as if the benevolent hand of Master Louis Swag guides us still. He would not see us undone so easily, not now, when the need is so great. I know where Minfilia and the others are being held. Where? An Imperial stronghold in the heart of Mordona, Castrum Sentry. Mordona, you say? More donuts, please! Let's see what's everybody has got to say right now. Guys may have called the weapon of ancient Allag, but I saw extensive Magitech modifications. Imperial Castrum, 'twas expected, I suppose. Alright, let's do this. Let's go and rescue Minfilia and the others. Casing the Castrum. The rescue of our allies will be no small undertaking, Firemac. Even under normal circumstances, breaching the defenses of an Imperial Castrum would be a highly dangerous proposition. But now that Castrum Sentry houses prisoners whom Garleans deem valuable, we may be confident that they have taken additional measures to ensure the stronghold's security. Why did my phone vibrate? Oh. It's my own stream. Notification. If we are free, our friends, we will require an effective strategy. If we are to formulate an effective strategy, we will require intelligence. I believe I know a man who may be able to assist us in this, Lord Portelaine of House Durandare. He is stationed at the Observatorium in Kurthus. Let us go to him and beseech his aid. We have to go to Kurthus? I don't want to go to Kurthus, man. Ugh. 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 I have to get used to it because I'll be coming here quite often in the near future. This is one of the worst maps to get to travel, though. Only one aetheryte crystal, and it's not positioned in a good spot for where the places you mostly need to go to. Hey, we remember you. Ah, Firemac, the man who unmasked the heretic in our midst. To what do I owe the pleasure of your company? You're an associate of Yastola? But of course, Lord Drillamont confided to me that you were a scion of the Seventh Dawn. Castrum Sentry, what interest have you all in the Imperials? They hold several of our number, whom we intend to free. Any information you can provide would be greatly appreciated. I see. That might explain our scouts' reports. There are 4 prisoners being held into Castrum, a Hyrorian woman, and an Elzen man, and 2 Lalafels, 1 male, 1 female. That would be Minfilia, Urange, Papalimo, and Tataru. It's them! It has to be them! Minfilia, Urange, Papalimo, and Tataru! Literally what I just freaking said! If the scant morsel is of use to you, you may also be interested in hear about the more recent incident. Incident? An Imperial airship made an emergency landing here in Kurthus not long ago. 2 men believed to be prisoners, a Rogadin and a Lalafell, were seen fleeing the craft. Biggs and Wedge. It's Biggs and Wedge. What did you say? A Rogadin and a Lalafell, Master Garlon. Neither wore Imperial dress, and both seemed disinclined to wait for rescue, and hence our assumption that they were prisoners. Well, I'll be damned. It's Biggs and Wedge. Trust those 2 rascals to escape. We must find them, Firemac, and soon. The Imperials will not rest until they are captured or killed, and if Biggs were given a choice, I fear he'd take the latter. Freeing those held in Castrum Sentry will require substantial planning and preparation. As such, it is an endeavor that will admit some slight delay. The matter of the escapees, by contrast, will not. Shortly after the prisoners vacated the airship, our scouts observed Imperial troops setting out off in pursuit. It is likely only a matter of time before they catch them. If you wish to see your comrades again, you had best act now. If, as has been suggested, the Garlands took our fellow scions prisoner in hopes of understanding the Echo, it seems reasonable to assume that they will not be executed until such a time as the study is complete. But Biggs and Wedge are not scions, nor do they know aught of the Echo. As Lord Portelaine said, this may prove our only chance to rescue them. I say we seize it. Thank you, everyone. You won't regret this. Let's get our 2 knuckleheads. Oh. Get to see Garlean talk. Final preparations are almost complete, my lord. There stands the culmination of 5 long years of painstaking work. But all our efforts will be vindicated when the Emperor's vision becomes reality. At last, we have the power to purge this land of its false gods. We shall give the ignorant children of Eorzea the security stability they so desperately crave, which their spineless leaders have so palpably failed to provide. As you say, my lord, rest assured our engineers will not rest until the weapon is fully armed and operational. Reunited, you depart for Castrum Occidens at midnight. You will command the Western Front in Vilbrand. The Orsons will attempt to interfere with our plans. You will see that they do not. My lord, if this will be your will, I shall carry it out to the best of my ability. I live only to serve the Empire. Yet, forgive my impudence, but is it proper to give command of half our forces to a... I have given you nothing, Praefectus. You have earned it. That will be all. Dismissed. Yes, my lord. My quarters. 1 hour. Oh, damn. Damn, guys. Oh, damn. Wow, yeah, there's no other context for that. It's just you. 1 hour. My room. Oh my god. Lord Portalaine would like to aid you in your search for Biggs and Wedge. My purpose here is to reconnoiter Garland activity along with Abalathea's spine. Owing to this, I have the honor of being acquainted with Yastola. Now, the report of the Imperial's airship's emergency landing came to us by the way of Zamel Darkhold, situated to the west. Our man stationed at the entrance, a knight named Briselt, may be able to tell you more. So as to expedite your mission, I shall furnish you with a letter of introduction. I pray that you will soon be reunited with your comrades. May the Fury grant you strength. I don't think... I'm pretty sure we're not doing a dungeon. I'm pretty sure this is just something that happens to be next to a dungeon. You stand before Zamel Darkhold, a subterranean fortress excavated by the great Ishgarden house of the same name. None but authorized personnel may enter. Oh god. Excuse. Oh. A letter from Lord Portalaine. So you have come about the Imperial airship. According to our scouts, the vessel had scarce touched the ground when a pair of men, captives by all accounts, burst forth and bolted. Imperial soldiers have since been sighted in the area, seeking to recapture them. What the captors are like to be your friends, you say? Then let us pray that they are yet a step behind of their pursuers. Step ahead, sorry. The emergency landing reportedly took place near the Arm Vale, situated south and west of here. I suggest you take your search there. So you got a knight named Perimons. He should be able to assist you. Yeah, see? From one dungeon, optional dungeon, to the next optional dungeon. Pretty sure both of those are related to Grand Company quests, in fact. You unlock them by actually increasing your rank on Grand Company. The Imperial airship? Aye. I saw it approach to land with my own 2 eyes. I hastened to the landing site arriving just in time to see the vessel take to the skies again, but not before it had deployed a detachment of troops. Gruff orders were being barked, and there was an air of consternation about them. Consternation. Why does that sound so weird? Footprints in the snow. Sir Appearance wants to share with you what he knows about the two fugitive. There were prisoners aboard the airship, it seems, and they seized the opportunity to flee when the vessel was forced to land. The guards who were deployed formed search parties and proceeded to scour the wilderness. In order to alert our forces, I returned to my post. To find evidence that someone had been here in my absence, whoever they were, they tried the door to no avail, and decided to go elsewhere. In all, I marked 2 sets of footprints, one large and one small. If you search the area, mayhap you will be able to follow the prints to their owners. Oh, I didn't have to go far at all. I'm surveying. Oh boy, I'm surveying. I'm so sorry, guys. I have so much gas in me right now. Too much soda. Don't drink soda, guys. More surveying. Oh boy, we're doing all the surveying. Oh my god, man. When will it end? It's under the bridge. It's Wedge! You mean I cannot see the target? He's really right there. So cold. I want to go home. Yo. Oh, please don't eat me. I'm not nearly as succulent as I look. It's all skin and bones underneath, I swear. Yeah, Firemac, it's you. Thank goodness you're here. It's been awful. The guards were snapping at our heels like a hungry pack of wolves. I'm so hell's bent on invading them. I almost ran headlong into a monstrous gaping maw thrice! And when I finally found cover, it hit me how cold and hungry I was. But Biggs? He isn't here. He went off in a different direction to lure our pursuers away. It's me, Sid. Have you had any success? Track down Wedge? That's wonderful news. Now what of Biggs? I see. Well, it hardly surprised me that the big fellow went off as he did. For all the tongue lashings he gives Wedge, he's always taken care of him. I've scoured the area surrounding the Dark Cold, but have nothing to show for it. At any rate, we know for a fact that Biggs headed west, with both Ida and Yusola helping out. I'm sure he'll turn up soon. Now then, I'll make my way over to your position while keeping an eye out for Biggs. If memory serves, there should be an Ishgardian fortification not far to your west. Monument Tower, I believe it's called. Let us meet there. Dare I hope? Was that Master Garland you spoke with? After 5 long years? Thank goodness he's alive. I'm feeling better now, Firemac. Let's go to Monument Tower and wait for the chief to arrive. Oh god. Oh god. Oh god, man, it feels... I'm so sorry, everybody. Welcome. Well met and welcome, adventurer. What brings you to this frozen corner of the realm? Oh, it would seem your companion has caught a chill. Come and warm yourself by the fire. I will bring you both hot broth. Hot broth. How are you feeling now, then? Stay here as long as you need. Same goes for you, friend. 'Tis plain you have a hard journey ahead of you. You must rest when you can. Why are you mental host? I just got concerned for his missing companion. I'm fine now, thanks to you, but I can't bear to think Eric is still all alone in the cold with guardians on his heels. He lured the enemy away for my sake. Now he's suffering for it. I hate to rely on you again, Firemac, but do you think you can search for Biggs? I haven't the slightest notion where he might be, but maybe, just maybe, the people here have said something. A Rogadan gentleman dressed in the same manner as your companion? I'm sorry, but he did not come by here. Let me think a moment. I would not raise your hopes unduly, but there is a cave situated a short distance to the south. We call it the Fury's Gaze, and it may be worth the while to investigate. I make the suggestion only because your friend is like a selfless sort. Rather than drawing the enemy to the tower, be happy elected to pass us by. Oh god. The burping, it just won't stop. Oh gosh. Alright. In the middle of a bunch of plasmoids. I'm on a boat, yeah. I'm on a boat, yeah. Gorilla smash. Gorilla smash. Firemac, were you able to learn anything? Not in this area? Well, that stands to reason, I suppose, seeing as he was trying to lure the guardians away from me. But where within this vast sea of snow and ice could he be? Notorious Biggs. Wedge is determined to find Biggs. We can't give up, Firemac. We must find Biggs before he succumbs to the cold or is recaptured. There must be someone in this tower who can help us, even if it's only to tell us where else to look. Ask for them. Ask them for me. I'll ask anyone who will listen. And hurry! Biggs' chances of survival grow slimmer by the moment. Run, 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 run. Oh my gosh, I should have just rode a mount. Oh my god, I'm gonna ride a mount. It's ridiculous. There you go. Ignis. Your friend is lost in the wilderness, you say? If he's not to be found around here or in the vicinity of the Darkhold, it is possible he made for Whitebrim. To reach him, one must travel through the Niffin Pass, the southern end of which lies to the north and east of here. Well, I'll go make no guarantee that your search will bear fruit, but it is surely better than worrying in idleness. I wish you luck. Oh, one more thing. Do tread warily when climbing the stairs here. Not a moon ago, I near broke my neck when I slipped and took a tumble. what be happening, yo? Oh god, what is? Oh god, what? Oh god, oh god. Oh, that was painful. I always liked how this part looked. It always reminded me like a red velvet cake. Does that remind anyone else of red velvet cake? Because it does for me. Hey, look, you stole Anita. Hey, look, it's Biggs. I didn't know there was another instance duty, but I'll do it. Let me talk to Ida first. What you got to say, Ida? Firemac, we found Biggs, but he's in trouble. He's a monk. Our orders are to take you back, dead or alive. Which will it be, engineer? Why don't you come and find out, Tinhead? Ah, Firemac. It is well that you are here. The situation is grave. Biggs is in a bad way. We need to do something right now. Ida has the right of it. He will perish if we delay. With me. He's not alone! Kill them all! Oh yeah, time to beat up some peeps. Alright, so here's the deal, YouTube. I had a problem. My computer froze. It wasn't my stream that froze, it's just my computer just froze out of nowhere. What for? Couldn't tell you. But it happened at a point in the stream that I didn't realize, and I did a whole half hour of recording without realizing what was going on. And because of the way New Game Plus works in this game, I couldn't just back up to an earlier quest so I could re-record? No. I had to do the entire Part 4 quest line. Sure, I was able to just skip all the dialogue that time around. But let me tell you, it still took me an hour to catch back up to this point. And there's technically still more I have already done, it just hasn't been recorded, so... Okay, so... my thanks, Pan. Another moment I would have... Ugh. So I might be speedreading a little bit here because I want to get back to where I was. And I'm going to be triple checking my freaking stream, make sure it's not frozen. He has been too long in the cold. We must find shelter for him. Also, you might notice I switched to machinist because I wanted that little extra speed and trying to speed up. Lying my tower, you say, very well, Yida and I shall bear him with all haste. Sid will be so happy to see you, Biggs and Wedge again. Aw, I love reunions. And as for anyone watching on Twitch currently, this will mean I will be streaming an extra hour because I'm sorry, I refuse to have lost that hour completely. So the repercussions of that is that there might be some background noise in my video and stream, but you know what? I'm upset to the point where I just don't care about that right now. I just want to get this recorded. I cannot thank you enough, Firemac, and the same goes for the rest of you. Thank you all so much. Oh, don't mention it. We are a family, are we not? Well, yes. It's just. I didn't think I'd ever see him again. I owe you a lot, my life, and you saved Wedges too, Firemac. I'm losing count how many I owe you. Enter Sid. What is it? Biggs, Wedge Gods, it's good to see you two again. Chief, it's you, it's really you. In our hearts, we all knew you were still alive, but to finally see you in the flesh... When Alphino told me on the raid of the Wakened Sands, I feared the worst would happen. What happened? The enemy struck with nary a warning. We didn't stand a chance. Wedge and I were in the workshop when they came. Before we knew what was happening, the Imperials had us at gunpoint. There must have been awful. There's one thing I don't understand, though. How did the Guardians get there so fast? I mean, Immortal Plane should have seen that coming, right? I myself have asked the same question that day when I returned to the car into the Waking Sands. I noted not a miss in the horizon, nothing at all to suggest the passing of Imperial force. From this, I conclude that the Guardians was neither by land nor air. Nay, they were born there by potent teleport magics of the kind used by the Ascians. Carry on. We were bound and blindfolded and bundled to Garble Bay awaiting the airship. I can't rightly say how long we were aboard, but when the time came for us to disembark, we found ourselves in the midst of an Imperial stronghold, cast from Sentry. Upon arrival, we were marched off into the main complex. Biggs and I were thrown into a detainment altogether, while Minfilia and the others were taken elsewhere. That was the last we heard from them. Cast from Sentry. What happened next? Well, we were held in isolation for what felt like years, but it was probably moons or maybe only weeks, and then without warning, the Imperials collected the pair of us and put us on another vessel, which we found out was bound for Garlemald, much to our dread, and we knew if we were taken back there, we weren't like to leave again. So risky though it was, we sabotaged the ship's altitude control and thereby forced an emergency landing, and in the midst of the ensuing chaos, we managed to slip our captors. The rest, as they say, is history. Ha! If I didn't know better, I'd call this a likely story. Sabotaging altitude controls on an airborne vessel? That will have been Biggs' handiwork. Like as not, you always were resourceful in a tight spot, my friend. Everybody laughs again. Firemac, thank you for returning my dear sisters to me. It would seem I owe you yet another debt of gratitude. There are still many questions of mine, but the answers can wait. Minfilia and the others still want for rescue. Alright, you lot! Garlo and Ironworks is back in business. Let's go and give those Imperials what for! Hurrah! Alright, there's like 3 or 4 quests after this that I've already done. Sid wants you to prepare a strategy to rescue Minfilia and the others coming to my castrum. Thanks to you, Biggs and Wedge are with us again. Now you must find a way to rescue Minfilia and the others. Gods know we've kept them waiting too long already. Based on what we learned, I believe it's safe to say they're being held at Castrum Sentry, so let's convene at Revenant's Toll in Mordana. 'Tis good place as any to prepare, and better than most, the road leading to the east-south will get you there. And when we arrive, let us seek the advice of the local adventurers. We're bound to learn a thing or two that will benefit our mission. So we made it to Revenant's Toll. Talk our boy Slaftborn here. Well met, friend. What brings you to Revenant's Toll? Did I hear you rightly? Your friends are being held captive at Castrum Sentry and you want to rescue them? I don't mean to discourage you, but that might prove difficult. The stronghold has been on high alert of late, with armored patrols seen about the perimeter around the clock. Not even a fly could get within 100 yalms of the walls undetected. If the guys were alerted to our coming, we could not know what they will do to Minfilia to others. We must act with the greatest stealth. Aye, it has a good old-fashioned infiltration. With the security so tight, how are we going to smuggle ourselves in? Why, I have a mind to walk through the front door. Huh? The front door? I will disguise yourself as Imperial troops and march right in. For this, we'll need a few sets of Imperial uniforms, a suit of Magitek armor, and impeccable timing. Heh, that's a bold strategy, but it just might work. Where we are, there's certainly no shortage of opportunities to borrow the equipment. Knowing those Imperial bastards, they won't even suspect that we savage Eorzeans would think to use their technology. Then it's settled. If you're determined to go ahead with this, I recommend you speak with Glaumont. The fellow's got a personal grudge against the Empire and happens to know a deal about the Castrum Sentry besides. I've no doubt he'd want to be uppaid. Ida and I shall go to reconnoiter guarding activity at the Stronghold. It would not do if something were to befall our comrades before we had a chance to act. Come and join us when you're ready, Firemac. Let's do this! Yeah! Sometimes I wonder, Ida, are there ever times you're not enthused? I'm nothing if not enthused, Jistola. You're beginning to remind me of Papa Limo. Looking for Galamunt, are you? Well, you found him, whoever you are. Hey, you're looking to get inside Castrum Sentry and you need my help? Heh, something tells me we're gonna get along just fine. Getting even, Garlemald. So you have friends at Castrum Sentry what want for rescue. That Slaffborn knows me way too well. You can count on my help. Hold on, I need to move some stuff around so I can actually make sure I'm recording without having to move my head too much. Okay. I've got a score of the settled Imperials, and I never pass on an opportunity to get back at the Horsens. But enough about me, let's talk strategy. Rescuing folk from captivity is right delicate business. A single oversight. Just one little blunder and it's all over. You can't leave any room for uncertainty. For starters, you need to confirm beyond a shadow of a doubt that your friends, where you think they are, you don't want to risk your neck only to discover they've been moved elsewhere. But how can you find out, you ask? By following these instructions. If you approach Sentry from the east, you'll see a swampland to your left called the Tangle. Get in there, never mind all the marbles, and then navigate your way to the southwestern corner. You'll come upon some drainage pipes coming down from the stronghold and ask me how I know, but one of them leads back up to the command tower. If you listen closely, might be as you can eavesdrop on some of the happenings within. Once we know for certain your friends are in there, we'll move to the next stage of the operation. Now get going and Godspeed. Whew. Here we go, drainage pipe time. A little fire should take care of this. A faint sound of conversation echoes down the pipe. What of the captive? Does she still refuse to speak? She may as well be a deaf mute for all the information we've gotten out of her. The orders aren't much better. The Ellison gets on my nerves most of all. Every time he opens his mouth, it's only to spout gibberish. I do wonder, why is the Tribune so obsessed with the Minfilia woman? They say she possesses some mystical power, something we Garlands don't have. Mystical power like the kind of beastmen use? How am I supposed to bloody know? If you're so curious, why don't you ask the Tribunus yourself? Oh, as well, I try to tumble her. I like my head where it is, thank you very much. Our break is over. Best we get back to our stations. The footfalls grow fainter until all is silent. Whew. 'Tis good to see you again, Firemac. I'm given to understand you have conducted some reconnaissance. Tell me, what were you able to learn? So I'm feeling that others are indeed at Castrum Sentry. Their presence does confirm we may proceed with the mission. While you were afield, Sid took the liberty of devising a plan of action. Pray have the details from him. Good work, Firemac. As Alphino has already told you, we plotted out a course of action of the rescue. Whatever. The gist of it changed. We disguise ourselves as Imperial soldiers and infiltrate the stronghold. You know, it's bugging me. We've plotted out a course for the rescue. Okay, we're good. I got it. Glaumont is looking into ways to procure a suit of magic tech armor. In the meantime, I need your assistance for some preparation of my own. Me feeling that others are counting on us, Firemac. Let's not keep them waiting any longer than necessary. So he requires your assistance with his preparation. While Glaumont goes about dividing his plan, we need you some preparation of our own. It wouldn't do if the Imperials were to discover that they're short on armor. To prevent this from happening, I'm going to put together a makeshift communications jamming device. The explanation is like to get a bit technical, so bear with me. Imperial forces communicate at a distance via electromagnetic waves. Simply put, voices are born upon etheric lightning energy that permeates the air. Now, the hill-sized cluster of corrupted crystals to the west has been observed to amplify the self-same energy. By making use of the property, we should be able to drown out Imperial voices. To ensure that we have enough amplification, we must identify most of the potent crystals among the cluster. For this, I need you to go there and use the device to take readings. I'll mark the likely places on your map. Oh, and just so you know, plasmoids are drawn to lightning energy. Don't be surprised if you run into a few. Okay. You have the readings? Excellent. Here, let me see the numbers. Yes, 4 of these crystals should suit our purpose. Though I pray that we won't have need of their power. My thanks, Firemac. Okay, at this point, I can change here. Glaumont wants you to practice the part of the Imperial Trooper. Clean the wax out of your ears now, because there's something I want you to do by way of preparation. The plans have you enter Castrum Sentry all decked out in Imperial duds. But the disguise is more than just the clothes you're wearing. You also gotta act the part. At the very least, you need to know how to perform a convincing Imperial salute. First impressions are everything, as they say. I could teach you to salute myself, of course, but it's best you learn from the experts, so get yourself near as you dare to Castrum Sentry and watch the Imperials doing what they do. Alright, this is basically where I was when I learned that everything went to crap in my recording. And I had to restart everything. And as if things stand, the recording looks good now. But I'm paranoid now, so I'm going to keep looking, because I'm deep into part 4 of this section, and redoing this takes way too long. It really does just take way too long. Oh, okay. Okay. Nothing to report, sir. Yeah, I just realized my mic was like slightly muted this whole time. That's weird. Nothing to report, sir. We have received an anonymous warning that insurgent forces are near. We must redouble our vigilance. I shall recommend that patrols be increased. That's such an easy salute. Okay. Whole 19 minutes later. So in a way, I really messed up like an hour and a half from recording, but you know what? I'm not that worried about it. So did you manage to learn the Imperial Salute? No. Best you don't demonstrate. I'm liable to fly into a rage and crack skulls. I'll just take your word for it. You have learned the emote Imperial Salute! Sark Malark? Sark Malark wishes to help you acquire the disguises you need for your rescue mission. Dressed for conquest. You are called Firemac Summers. Yes, I have heard of your plight from my friend Glaumunt. As a fellow adventurer and son of yours of both, I would offer you my assistance. In order to infiltrate Castrum Sentry, you and your comrades must disguise yourselves as Imperial soldiers. The question is how to go about acquiring the uniforms and helms. There are places a man might purchase them, but individuals who deal in such wares are not the sort to whom you would entrust your secrets. It would be more prudent, I believe, to procure what you need via traditional means, from the bodies of their recently deceased owners. The fortified area before Castrum Sentry never lacks for Imperial patrols. It ought to not take long to obtain 3 sets of gear, one for each member of the infiltration team, Biggs, Wedge, and yourself. When you have what you need, please return here and allow me to inspect the spoils. So, where do you want me to... I gotta go all the way over there? All this back and forth, man. You're dead. You're dead. You're dead. You're dead. We did it. We did it. We did it. We did it. Oh, we did it. Okay, Sark Malark, what you got? Were you able to tame 3 sets of Imperial equipment? Damaged, as I suspected. In their present condition, I fear these uniforms and helms are like to draw suspicion. They must be repaired, if only superficially. Fortunately, the blacksmith of Egenolf and the diamond forge of Rowena's House of Splendor should be able to hammer them into shape in no time. I've already sent word ahead, and have been assured that he is inspecting you. Worry not, we have already impressed upon him the need for utmost secrecy as to the nature of your mission. Also the first foray into the House of Splendors. Ugh. Home, so you're the adventurer Sark Malark sent, are ye? I've been waiting for ye. Now let's see what ye got for me. I see, yes. I reckon I can hammer these back into shape for ye. After all, I owe your friend Sark Malark a favor or two. Took good care of old Eganolf back in the days before I fell in with old Rowena, he did. Did you know he's the son of one of the wealthiest families in the Sultanate? Wouldn't expect someone like that to end up in the life he did, but I suppose he's always felt the adventurous lives calling him. But here I go blabbering on when there's work to be done. I just hold your horse birds for a moment or two, and the great Eganolf will have your gear looking good as new. And there we have it. Won't you do much good in battle, Whitey? But from what I hear, there's not your priority anyhow. Do send Sark Malark my regards, will ye? Sark Malark, Sark Malark, Mark Malark, Sark Malark, Mark Salark, Mark Salark. Sark Malark. Have you had the uniforms and helms repaired? Yes, these will serve beautifully. The great Eganolf never fails to impress. The qualities repairs would fool even a legatus. Thus equipped, you should not have any trouble blending in amongst Imperial forces, lest you fear that Garlands might detect your foreignness. Foreigners, in fact, form the greater part of the Garlian invasion force in Eorzea. You see, when the Empire subjugates new territory, it assimilates the people of that land into its armed forces. In turn, these conscripted forces are sent to subjugate faraway lands. In this way, Garlemald nips rebellion in the bud and expands its territory in one fell stroke. With that, my part in your mission is done. I am full glad to have been of assistance to your cause. Why would I, a wealthy merchant, wish to help you? I know not where you heard such a tale, but believe me when I say that I am but another humble adventurer, one who desires only to act in the best interests of the realm. Fool me twice. Good work getting them Imperial duds. You'll be pleased to hear I ain't been idle myself. It took me long enough, but I finally hatched a plan to get us a suit of magic tech armor. Now, from what I've seen, Castrum Sentry deploys a Reaper for most of its patrols. Trouble is, the patrols themselves are irregular, meaning random routes and random deployments, and hardly any of them come anywhere near Revenant's toll. So hoping to coax Imperials out of their shells, I took the liberty of feeding them a bit of old false intelligence, told them insurgents had designs on their stronghold. Tain't far from the truth now, come to think of it. Any road, we should start seeing more patrols than we have up until now. What you need to do is approach one of these patrols dressed up in your shiny tin suit and alert them to the enemy's presence. Having done that, you'll want to lure them as near to Revenant's toll as you can. Like as not, though, they'll be wary of venturing far from their own walls. If they do need a bit of extra encouragement, use this smoke signal here, filched fresh from an Imperial scout. They'll come running when they see that, and when the cavalry arrives, you hit them hard and make off with their Reaper. Simple as that. If I ain't mistaken, there's a patrol sweeping the perimeter right now, so run along. And don't forget to salute! So, do I really have to wear the stuff I probably don't have on me? Let me see if I even have it. Yeah, I'm not seeing anything. They just want me to do the salute though. So maybe it'll still let me do the Imperial salute. Where's the Imperial salute? gosh. Gosh, oh no. Where is it? I don't see it. I don't see it. I don't see it. There it is. One of our covert operatives, are you? Carry on, soldier. Insurgents gathering to the east, you say. I love that I don't actually need to wear the stuff. Judging by your description, they are all well beyond the perimeter, but I will not have it said that I was amiss. You return to the scene and keep an eye on those insurgents. Should aught go awry, use your smoke signal to call us. Can't believe that worked. Ba-da-doom. Ba-da-dum-dum. Ba-da-doom. Making sure I'm still recording. Ba-da-da-do-dee. Ura-dee-dee. Ura-da-do-dee. Ura-dee-da-do-do-dee-do-do-do-dee-dee. Do-dee-da-do-do-dee. Ura-da-do-do-dee. Ura-da-do-dee. Ura-da-do-dee. Yep. Another instance battle. I hope you don't mind my joining. Seeing as we're seizing advanced weaponry, I thought it best to be on hand. Ah, there she is. This is a place, but where's the enemy? Sir, over there! Send in the Reaper! Let us make an example of these insurgents! Time to kill them all! Keep hitting the Reaper till it stops moving. Put down all the foot soldiers. Then concentrate on the Reaper. A few scratches can't be helped. Hostiles detected. Engaging. Ha! That did the trick. It's not easy being an engineer. It's not easy being cheesy. At last, our very own suit of Magitek armor! Not wishing to look a gift chocobo in the beak, but it does seem rather the worse for wear, doesn't it? Biggs Witch, what's your honest assessment? Well, there's the fact that she's smoking, of course, but looking past that, I'd say she was structurally sound. I don't like the way these legs are buckled. I hate to say this, but the servo mechanism may be damaged. Eh? But aren't those things protected by ilm-thick armor plate? They are, yes. It's odd, the casing doesn't seem to have taken a blow. I suspect we're dealing with a faulty part. Well, whatever it is we're dealing with, we're not resting till it's fixed. Not one wink of sleep. You got that, Wedge? Oh, cart chocobo. I heard that! A hall has been set aside for our use in Revenant's Toll. That's where we'll carry out the repairs. Look for us there, Firemac. Silent nod. The reassuring nod. Oh god. Well, it seems functional. It's a little wobbly, but it's working. You can pilot it. Oh. It's getting late for me, but like I said, I ain't stopping. I want my hour of stream back. The Magitek armor? Sid and the others took it inside. Go on in and join them. We've now had time to take a closer look at the Reaper. Our preliminary diagnosis was correct. She's structurally sound, but her servo mechanism is faulty. You needn't worry though, Biggs and Wedge will see her restored to her former glory in no time at all. Give those two something to mend, and they will think naught else till the job's done. 'Tis a marvelous thing to behold, provided you remind them to visit the privy.